This is your Driving Sports TV Extra. All the auto news you need to know in about 5 minutes or less.
This week, the Mustang 5.0 is official, Ford goes out for Chinese over Christmas break, and Ryan gazes into his crystal ball to see the future of the RX-7.
While many of us were spending time with loved ones or family members over the Christmas holiday, Ford executives were working overtime to make their future Christmases even merrier. On December 23rd, Ford announced that it had successfully brokered a deal with Zhejiang Geely, the mega Chinese automaker, to take control of its money-losing brand Volvo. Final contracts will be signed in 2010, pending government approval of the deal.
In what will hopefully be our last report on the Mustang for a while, we now have an official look at the new GT 5.0. Consistent with our earlier report, the 2011 GT features a 5-liter V8 good for 412 horsepower, 390 foot-pounds of torque, and an estimated 24 miles per gallon. The magic in the mix is the cam torque actuated variable camshaft timing and a highly optimized aluminum block. The new motor is 20% lighter than the previous 5.0, weighing in at only 430 pounds and boasting a 7,000 RPM redline. Top to bottom, the GT has been designed for performance and practicality, the holy grail for daily driven muscle. And from what we can tell, Ford seems to have hit the mark. The proof will come when we finally get a turn behind the wheel. Final pricing has yet to be announced. Historically, you've been able to snag a GT for as low as 25 grand. In spite of all the improvements and after the initial price gouging period, we'd expect the same range for the 2011 model.
The Mustang we really want to drive, however, is the new Boss 302R. Built in honor of Parnelli Jones's 1970 Trans Am championship-winning Boss, the 40th anniversary model will have a similar V8 as the GT with a 6-speed manual transmission, roll cage, race seat, data computer, race springs, and dampers, as well as a Brembo brake package. Pricing starts at a cool $79,000. For the full Grand Am competition setup, get ready to drop $129,000 for the Boss 302R1, which can have you on the grid in Daytona as soon as January 29, 2010. This model has a sealed race engine with an upgraded cooling system, closed ratio 6-speed, seam-welded body, Koni dampers, ABS brake tuning, performance exhaust, and a balanced one-piece drive shaft.
The Japanese have built some of the best rear-wheel drive sports cars the world has known. Through the 80s and 90s, the island nation brought us the seminal works on the subject. In fact, 20-year-old cars are still competing in the highest rungs of drift competition. Who better to capitalize on the popularity of the rear-wheel drive low-cost performance formula than the Koreans? Enter the new hotness, the Hyundai Coupe, which has done quite well, or at least well enough to bring the Japanese back to the table. Now all of a sudden, the Hachiroku is coming back as the joint Toyota and Subaru FT86. Nissan's talking about building a new Silvia, and just this week, rumors of the Big Daddy started to reach a fevered pitch. Yes, renewed rumblings that the RX-7 will return to retake its throne as early as 2011.
With Mazda being the sole developer of rotary motors, developments don't come as fast as they do in the piston world. But this is what we know about the new version in development, the Renesis 16X. It's capable of up to 350 horsepower and 215 foot-pounds of torque, almost twice the power of the current rotary. If we take a look at the history of the RX-7, Mazda had its greatest success with the simpler, cheaper, first-generation model. The third-generation twin-turbo, popularly known as the FD, was an awesome car, but it was expensive, and failures of the Razor's Edge motor design almost destroyed Mazda. So anyone expecting Mazda to ship a 350 horsepower RX-7, I think will be sorely disappointed. So here's my prediction as someone that currently owns a 2008 RX-8, and the first car I bought was an '84 RX-7 GSL SE. The next generation RX-7 will return to its two-door coupe styling. We all knew that. It'll be powered by a 200 horsepower rotary though, and make its debut in 2011. The car will sell in the low $20,000 price range, priced just under the Miata. And here's an important part, it will deliver 30 to 35 miles to the gallon. It will achieve all of this through greatly improved rotary design efficiencies and overall weight reduction. In essence, it will be a modern interpretation of the original RX-7.
Thanks for watching this episode of Driving Sports Extra. Remember to subscribe to our channel here or at drivingsports.com.